My fellow radical masculinists, this content will continue to grow. It will continue to evolve until one day I'm debating womanists, feminists, and modern women, all while they say I am insecure and I have small dick energy. You could support the channel and the content by hitting a like, by shooting me a comment, or by subscribing and hitting that notification bell. You could also cash at me and I will post the link, and every dollar that you send to me will go back into content, the production of the content, as well as bringing in future guests. I make plenty of money, so I'm not looking for people to support me buying a Lambo. I'm looking for people to support me growing the content, and that's only if you value the content, you see some sort of entertainment in it, or if you want to be part of the day ones and support me while I go 0 to $1 million. With that said, welcome to the Radical Masculine.
The ideas, opinions, and beliefs of the radical masculine are for entertainment purposes only. We make fun of everyone equally.
Okay, so tonight we are reacting to Fresh and Fit. It's going to be some of their older content, and as usual, I will break down and dissect the flawed logic of the modern woman. So without further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
But most guys that have common sense that are worth a damn will not take a promiscuous woman seriously for marriage or
Keyword, worth a damn. Guys that are losers or simps, shit, they'll take anything that walks, that has a heartbeat and a pulse and a warm place down there.
any type of serious commitment.
They might smash you.
And
They'll
so,
take
but
that
then,
date, but
so
they ain't
then
gonna
all
take you
these
serious.
girls on OnlyFans and doing all this sex work and stuff,
Mhm.
would you consider them to be promiscuous or to be not valuable as like a wifey?
All those women are.
Yes, they are promiscuous, and no, they're not wifey.
Bad bets for a long-term commitment.
But why? They're just out here trying to get
Can
the
you
bag.
define
Like,
promiscuity real fast?
Yeah.
Just because
And-
being like just define promiscuity.
Like-
Women play stupid with this because most women these days are promiscuous. And women always say, oh, well, she's getting the bag. Men don't give a fuck about that. Especially a man of value, a guy who has his shit together. We don't give a fuck.
why does
whether
what is their
she's
job define their
Okay.
value when it comes to that?
whether she's overtly promiscuous, having a lot of sex, or showing her body on the internet to other men through OnlyFans or pornography, whatever it may be, even if she's not having sex with other men,
Yeah.
I probably would not commit to that woman seriously. And real talk, we've had porn stars on here as well. Most of them can't keep a boyfriend either.
Yeah.
They'll say they're okay with it in the beginning, but they always tell them you need to stop.
Yeah.
Why? Because men are naturally hardwired to be repulsed by women that are hoes and promiscuous. Why? Shout out to my boy Rolo Tomas. He talks about this all the time. Men want to be able to ensure paternity.
Yeah.
They want to know if you get pregnant and you have a child and I'm on the hook for paying for that child and taking care of you, etc., the kid is fucking mine.
A man's biggest fear, deepest fear, is to be with a woman and the kid is not his.
Yeah, that would be terrible.
So that is
The
why
dialect of
And women don't give a shit about this. There's a woman online saying that if basically insinuating like in the confines of a marriage that if the kid is not yours, then it's still your responsibility because women go through way too much in marriage. Women sacrifice a lot. And it's like, huh? Then that would mean she's fucking cheating, or she cheated and she got pregnant. And that's our responsibility? That men should just overlook that? Fuck no.
versus like repulsive versus like insecure. Can we do that? Or
No,
not insecure
no.
in a way, but like there's a because your word wasn't, oh, I'm disgusted by that because she's doing this and that's fucking gross. It's no, I want to ensure that if I take the
Listen.
No, the word was correct. Discussed it. That's why most women these days, I'm completely good just having fun and keeping it light, because honestly, most women I know the way they move, and it's just like takes all the fun out of liking women. It's crazy.
And
Steps
hold on.
forward. Let me
You
finish.
got to get your feelings out of this.
No, my feelings aren't in it, but I just want to,
because you don't because you're mad about a word, and I'm here to.
No, my feelings aren't mad. No, I'm just mad about it. No, I'm not mad.
Oh, you know
No, I
that's
just
the
want to
correct
make sure
word.
we're using the correct verbiage because that's
No,
not
that
what
is
you
a correct
explained.
verbiage.
Listen, let me just finish.
Go ahead.
Repulsed means you're disgusted.
Yes.
Now, you didn't describe
Yes.
disgusted when you explained why a man doesn't want to be with a promiscuous woman. You didn't describe repulsive. You didn't describe disgusted. You said
Women love to play the fucking word game. Well, it's not what you said, it's how you said it. I want to make sure you're using the correct verbiage. Yeah, it was correct. Ding, ding, ding. He got it right the first time.
it's because he's unsure whether or not what route that's going to lead him to. He is unsure.
Women are always looking to downplay or lessen the accountability or the impact of the word. That's why fat women say, oh, she's just big bone or she's thick. Nah, it's fat. Some girls are thick. Most bitches that say that are fat.
Sure.
Okay.
And so we don't have to even say it's insecurity. It's more of an uncertainty, but it's not repulsiveness. So I think we
It
need
is
to change
repulsiveness.
it.
And I'm gonna-
You
listen.
didn't describe repulsiveness.
Well,
though.
no, he is.
Look, if you let me, I'll tell you right now. You're mad about a word.
I'm not mad.
I'm telling you this.
I'm telling you, verbiage is important. That's
It
all I'm
is,
saying.
and I'm gonna tell you why it's repulsive, despite what you want to say. You don't like the verbiage, but this is the truth. Men are repulsed, and you want to know why they're repulsed? Just like if you eat bitter food, what happens? You want to puke, right? You don't want to eat it, right? But the point is that if you eat something
I don't eat bitter food.
bitter, you're innate.
Women are professional point missers. If you try to give them an analogy, they will take it literally, not because they actually take it literally, but it's because it's their attempt to frustrate, to miss the point, and to play stupid. That's why modern women are professional gaslighters.
Reaction to men have that same feeling when they deal with women that are promiscuous, because it is disgusting for men to commit to a woman that everyone else has had.
Yeah.
Purity is a very important factor that accounts into a woman's value to a man. I hate to say it like that, guys. I'm telling you what men ain't never going to tell you. You guys want to know how you get a ring on a man and how you get him to commit whatever?
See, and women will do this. They'll look at each other like, these guys are crazy. It's like, no, y'all bitches hoes.
You can't think that you're a hoe. Like,
Yeah.
that's what it is. Because here's the thing. I've met girls that are strippers, porn stars, etc. They get a boyfriend. The guy's okay with it for a few weeks, a few months, whatever. But the conversation always comes.
They want you to stop.
I want you to stop
Yeah.
this shit. Why?
Mm.
Because men have a stomach-turning
Can't handle it.
reaction to a woman giving their goods to another man. It's just the way the world works, guys. You
It's
don't
like-
like it? You don't
Yeah.
like
I agree.
repulsed or
I
whatever?
agree. That's why I was trying to
It's-
wait a
but
couple
their
days
stomach-
at
their
least. Because
stomach-
I'm like, yo,
their
I don't want you
stomach
to think
turns.
that I'm just out here like that.
It's like
Let
in
me
high
finish.
school.
Hold on. No,
Access like
I'm
that.
finishing this shit. Because they really need to understand this. Like, oh, repulsed. We got to get your feelings out of it. A man is designed, his stomach is going to turn.
My feelings aren't in it. I was just curious about the verbiage because I'm very big onto words, and words have meaning. Yeah, he said it right, repulsed. Oh, you didn't describe repulsed.
When he sees a girl being a hoe. If a girl's getting a train ran on her, that guy might bang her, but he definitely ain't going to take her serious or commit. Because men understand their reputation matters. They don't want to get laughed at by everyone. And quite frankly, committing to a promiscuous girl makes you look like a clown. It's bad for your rep. Men are hardwired to have their stomach turn at a girl that's a thought.
Yo, you know in school, right? When you were in school and there was the football team or basketball team, and you heard the story about this girl got ran through by the whole team. You think a dude wants to wife her up? Hell.
See, years back, people would understand this. Women in particular, they would understand the hoe in high school and how everybody felt about her and her image. They used to understand it or admit it. They would say, oh yeah, but now they try to downplay it. Even women that aren't promiscuous still argue for promiscuity because just in case they decide to have a hoe phase in the future, they don't want that to be judged. So in turn, they don't judge. See, women don't hold one another accountable. This is why women could do some fuck shit and women will say, oh yeah, you go girl, get the bag, you go, you do this. This is why men should not tolerate this, because if we left it up to women, we'd be raising children that aren't ours because she cheated with a guy and it was our fault why she cheated, it would just be all fucked up. Men are logical, so guess what? Let's play that motherfucking logical card to a T and not accept no bullshit. You have to give them to them raw. No condom.
No.
So can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Did that girl become a stripper or did she become a nurse?
Outlier.
It could
There
be
we
either or.
go. Lack of accountability.
It's irrelevant.
Because it's not irrelevant because the 9 times out of 10, and it's a common theme, we see it on Instagram. 9 times out of 10, a man will, a female, these females who hold these professions.
They live their life off of Instagram and social media. It's their fucking everything. If you were to look up some of the most popular videos, viral videos, sayings, slogans, ideologies, and if you did the research on it, you would see where all these females get this shit from. Women are always being programmed. They're either being programmed by their husband to be the woman they want, or they're being programmed by other women and social media.
That men idolize or whatever the case is, or that we idolize.
Oh yeah, we know nurses get down.
Nurses are the worst.
Nurses,
We know that.
They're the worst.
We know women in these professions because they don't have the mental thing to say, okay, well, what if
stigma.
I lay down with this man?
Stupid
How is that
Miss
benefiting me?
Verbiage.
And that's why I sit here. I'm a dancer or whatever the case is, or I work in the nightlife industry. I probably have least bodies than everybody in this room, but you won't
Lies, lies, and lies. That's what they all say.
see that from me because of how I look or whatever assumptions that you make about me. But it's like, no, I value myself, and so I hold myself to a certain standard. So if you're saying it's because I dance, that becomes repulsive. Well, a man was attracted to me in the first place, so you weren't repulsed in the first.
No, so here's the thing. I've actually dated a stripper. And after her and I, kind of finished up, she told me that women, they become alcoholics. They'll get addicted to something. She even told me, she was like, I couldn't really feel comfortable being naked unless I was drunk or buzzed. And it became a habit. She was working like 5 nights a week, which is fucking crazy. It's like overtime. It's OD for sure. But women, they do a lot of fucked up shit. And although it may not be part of their character, all of the things that they're doing, like the alcohol, the drugs, the situations, the making more money, that runs their body count up. And yes, they are hoes.
Place.
Okay.
So it turns into
I see where
Respectfully.
this is coming from now. Okay. You got to understand that a man committing to you versus a man want to have sex with you are 2 different things.
I guarantee
So-
you right now, any man that approaches me, it does.
And women absolutely believe that if a man will sleep with them, it is 100% up to them if it turns into a relationship. Now, if women got serious about marriage, then they would learn at a younger age that men are just fucking them. But they actually believe since, I don't want to settle down. I'm too young, so I don't want this. They think that it's an actual possibility because they're not figuring it out, because they're not trying for it. But the moment women begin to try for marriage, they're 30-something, wanting to settle down, then this is when men become trash, because now they want it, and then they finally realize that sex and a commitment, 2 different things.
The conversation does come up. I want you to stop dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My question goes, well, can you actually afford to take care of me in the sense that I would have to stop
And
dancing?
that's fine. But what I'm here, you know what? I love that we're having this conversation. Let's get into this. You took offense to me saying it's repulsive
I
for
didn't
men.
take offense though, so you need that's what I'm asking.
You were-
I'm
you asked me to
literally
change the
begging
verbiage.
You
You were
just
change-
check the verbiage because I didn't take it
I'm not
offensive.
checking
I just
anything.
want
I'm
to
going
make
to
sure
tell
you
the
have a
truth.
platform.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
I can let you finish, but I just need you to speak in a real
I'm not
light.
changing my verbiage because that is fact. Men are repulsed by women that do OnlyFans, porn, or any type of work that is considered sex work. And I'm here to tell you, you don't like hearing it, but the reason why is because it's a safeguard from getting cuckolded. Now, I get where you're coming from. Well, I'm in this industry.
What's that?
I'm not necessarily promiscuous. I understand. Cool. You may not be promiscuous, but here's the thing: you gotta understand.
She could blow her nose and wipe her vagina at the same time, because that don't look like an ass. It looks like a little vagina.
It's like you get fast money. There's consequences to that, and the consequence of that is most men aren't going to take you serious at face value. Keyword at face value.
Right, at face value.
They're gonna,
100%,
they're gonna.
100%.
So when, because like I said, most women that are in the industry that you're in, that are dancing on men, making that quick money, do other things to get that kind of
Absolutely,
money.
I understand
Okay,
that.
so
Perception.
She knows that for sure, for sure, for sure. A lot of these IG models, the reason why you see them with like tons of money, that's because they're actually escorts, prostitutes.
you like the fast money, but you don't like that men don't respect you when they deal with you.
Men
And they-
respect me because I only deal with men who understand. Because
can you let me finish?
Yeah, sorry, I'm sorry.
So like you.
This bitch is talking fast because she's trying to sound smart, slick, and like she knows what the fuck she's talking about. She is going out of her way to say, although I'm a stripper, I care about words, definitions, verbiage, and I'm highly intelligent. I'm an intellectual, so don't judge me. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Women know it too, deep down. That's why they get defensive.
They might respect you, but on a balance of probabilities, most men don't respect dancers from a commitment standpoint. They'll tell them to sweet nothing.
I'm willing to bet the guys don't fucking respect them. Or her in particular. See, because women always say, well, I could get married. I could if I wanted to. But none of these bitches are married. So they never try it out to figure it out that they actually can't. They believe they can. Just like they believe they're 10s. Just like they believe body count don't matter. But they don't get the outcomes they desire because they don't want the outcomes until they're older, ran down, probably have a kid, or whatever. I'll say this, a lot of highly attractive women don't get serious about trying for a relationship, not saying that they could do one successfully, but they don't get serious about it until they get knocked up and life gets real.
They'll try to get laid, whatever it is.
Yep.
And that sucks for you because you might have a lower body count than a nurse that has or someone that has a more prestigious job. But because of your profession, people judge you and assume you're promiscuous.
I'm going to guess she has a 39 body count. Anal. Vaginal and everything combined, 100.
But here's the thing. Whether you're overtly promiscuous or you're not, right? And you work working in an industry that assumes that you could be promiscuous
Perception.
is almost as bad because perception
It kills it.
is reality. And here's the thing. He ain't going to have a month or two to take you out on dates and figure out that you're not that.
Now, I'm going to say this. The girl in the, I'm colorblind now. Like the blue, the one furthest on the right, I guarantee you she has the lowest body count because she is not pushing back. She's not getting defensive. She's not being loud. She's actually listening. And you can kind of tell that she's like kind of agreeing a little bit. This is how you could tell if a woman's promiscuous because you could say things, words, statements, and by the way the woman reacts will tell you whether or not she is promiscuous because men understand women are not going to be honest when it comes to their body count. We know this. But just like women say, oh, I can tell if a man's cheating on me, I just know it's my intuition. Men have an intuition for this, and women refuse to accept that. But men understand women won't be honest, so we have other ways we find out. This is why every time Myron, like on other shows, when he says, oh yeah, guys can tell, they're like, well how? Well how? Well how? Well how? This is how.
Kind of girl. He's going to take you at face value. She's here dancing on this dude, shaking her ass, whatever. She's probably a hoe. And that's how we work in the world. If you see some weirdo coming up to you, and you're like, what the fuck? This is like crazy. You ain't going to give him a chance. You're going because
women often say the opposite of the truth. So she said, I probably have the lowest body count of everyone here. I guarantee you, she has the highest body count of everyone there.
humans are designed to make assumptions immediately. It's a safety precaution. Men operate the same way. Men understand that there's serious consequences to impregnating the wrong woman.
Absolutely.
So they have to take a safe bet and go for the girl, unfortunately so, that might seem pure even though she's not.
Right.
Okay? You have the negative connotation of being a hoe even though you might not be one based on the industry that you're in. So, going back to what I'm saying, men are designed to be repulsed by women like you because they don't want to be cuckolded. You don't like the word, but it's the reality. You might not be promiscuous.
No, I
but
never said anything.
You work a job that assumes that you're promiscuous. Therefore, a lot of guys are going to try to change you when they deal with you, or not date you altogether,
Right.
or not respect you.
So let's circle back to when you guys said how you
Sure.
would become, if you guys turned into women again, if you guys were switching to women, how would
Yeah.
you become a millionaire? Because then as a woman, put yourself back in a woman's shoes. How do
Sure.
you balance that? If our only way is to be like you, if you were to turn me to tomorrow, because that's what you all are saying, that you would 100% take
Yeah.
my route
Yep.
tomorrow. If you
Women will sell their soul for money. I've seen it.
had to.
Yep.
What the fuck
I
would
would
you
do
do
it.
with that
Remember-
information?
Remember, we said in a year.
Yeah.
And we're done. So, but
hold on, our first conversation that I said, because we had this conversation, I don't know if you remember.
Yeah.
What was my time frame when I said, because I haven't been dancing for a long time. What was my
See, this is all lack of accountability. This is all justification. Well, she's trying to repair her image by saying, oh, well, you guys said it. And what did I say? I had a time clock too. She's going to say, well, I said that I was only going to do it for a short amount of time. But women get used to the money. It's so fast. It's so easy. And in many cases, it's fun. And so they don't just do 1 or 2 years. You'd be surprised. Women who make good money stripping will strip until they can't no more. Until they physically can't. As in, they're no longer making the money or whatnot.
time frame?
A very short period of time.
What was the time? What if you don't remember specifically? I said a year. I said
year.
I've been doing it for 4
Lies.
months. I said
Yeah.
1 year.
Yeah.
Now you guys are gonna. If we fast forward 9 months from now,
Mm-hmm.
in 1 year, you're still gonna have those same perceptions about a girl. And I think one of us brought that up earlier. It's like your reputation will precede you now.
Yeah, it's gonna follow.
So
you.
now-
Just like you said, like the girl who got the
All right.
tan rate on her in high school. is
Here's the
gonna-
problem though, right? We're talking about 1 year and you're in the same city. What if you leave that state?
That's what I was
now
gonna
you're a
say.
whole different person.
Social media takes away that. Not
Not
Social
really.
media
Doesn't.
definitely does, because
Because
if you're a
you could-
stripper in Miami, you're a stripper anywhere.
No, that's not true. Because if you didn't tell me you're a stripper, I would never know. See, you're new here. I don't know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
You had to tell me you're a stripper. Get this, right? If I get the bag and I got my investments and I
Facts.
move somewhere else, you don't know who I am.
You want to hear the uncomfortable reality why
Yeah.
girls can't get out the life? They like the fast
and they
money.
stay. And they
fast
stay.
money's
Me and
Wow.
Fresh have dated
Yeah.
a bunch of strippers and OnlyFans girls.
Yeah.
It's not
That's exactly what it is. Women get so used to the easy, fast money. They get used to the lifestyle. They're hanging out with high rollers and they get addicted to it. Like I said, women will sell their soul for money.
that they don't make enough money to get out. It's that they love how fast the money
Or they
comes.
don't know
And they
girls.
can't,
So
and
wait,
they
wait,
can't go
question.
back. Let me finish.
And they go burn the money.
And they burn them.
Yeah, and exactly. Women are terrible at saving money. They will, I don't know, women will make quick money, blow it, and then they're like, oh, well, I have this plan. Women never operate with a time clock. They always think they have more time. I'll do it next year or the year after that. In the present time, they feel that, oh, it's only going to be for a year, 1 year, 2 years, but time flies. They're like, fuck it, I could do it. Why not? Judge me. Only God could judge me. Fuck it, I'm out. But they stay and they stick it out, and I'll tell you.
Money, and then they're like, well, you know what? I can make this in a day dancing. They go back to dancing. And the
Exactly.
thing is that they can't go back to a real job.
Yep.
If we're going to finish the strategy that I developed earlier, a year in, after I make my money, I'll take that money, put it into investments, and I'd go across the country, change my name, delete all my social media, and I'd be a new person. And no one would know where my wealth came from.
Facts.
I wouldn't have this negative reputation on
Facts.
me, and I'd be good. The thing is that a lot of women that dance, because we know this, because they tell it all the time, I'm going to be in this for 6 months, I'm being in it for a year, I'm being in it for 2 years.
And then
Blah,
for
blah, blah.
5 years,
the money's too
6
fast.
years.
That's it right there. Boom. Ding, ding, ding. Nail on the head.
Man, you make $10,000. You make $1,000
A
a day,
night.
10K a week. You can't go back to working a regular job after that. So
can't.
the same industry, right, that they hate, that they want to leave and they want to get out and be a regular
It traps
girl,
them.
It traps them because the fast money is addictive,
Yep.
just like drug dealers, just like anybody else that gets fast money.
Yeah.
The negative is fast money comes with slow fucking problems, guys. And the thing is that you got to be able to deal with the consequences that come with fast money. So I know this as a guy. Again, I'm assuming I'm in your body with my logical mind. I know after a year I got to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
So I get out. I put that money into investments. I'm able to live on $5,000 a year. If I make $1 million, I know I could probably put that into investments and get
Investments.
myself a return of
Real
3 to
estate,
5 grand a
crypto,
year.
all that stuff.
Live in a low income state, and then bam, I'm out
done.
the game.
No, and listen, like
That's
I
how I
said,
do it.
only a year.
See, and women are rarely that logical because once they live a certain lifestyle, they expect to live that lifestyle going forward. And many women will do things and project an image not necessarily for men, but for women.
I already understand that. I don't want to listen. I'm not. I guess.
You have strong viewpoints. It's
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
though.
it's good. It's good. It's good. It's good radio.
No, because
discussion.
what you guys are saying is that, okay, a woman now, if you choose the profession that you all said would make her, if that's how you're going to become a millionaire, now you have to uproot your whole entire life. And I don't agree with the notion that, okay, if you move to another country, all of a sudden you're going to be, or you move to another city or state, you're going to be all of a sudden a whole other person. That's false. You guys can push.
This is her built-in excuse to where it's not going to matter anyway, so fuck it.
Narrative. It's false. If I move to LA, guarantee you I'm going to be known, and because the world is very small, the industry is very small.
Even
the
so,
world is very small. So
there's-
if I move to LA, 9 times out of 10 it will, and maybe it's not going to be the first, so I might have to hurry up and get the guy real.
This is her built-in excuse for why she extends the amount of time she strips. Because it's not going to matter anyway. No matter where I go, it's always going to be the same. The stigma will follow me forever, so I may as well capitalize and make money. Women, they do not realize that men are fucking so smart with our huge man brains that we could hear your bullshit, dissect it, and understand what the fuck you're talking about. This is why men are great at selling women a dream, and they're terrible, and they eventually fall in love, and they're like, oh, he's an asshole. No, he fucking read you like a fucking book, and he knew you were a terrible, terrible potential girlfriend and or wife.
I can have him marry me. He's going to fall in love with me. Eventually, he will find out I was a dancer in the past. If
Nadia,
we're
I'll
being
be
honest.
honest. Nadia, you want to hear uncomfortable truth? You're not that fucking important. Nobody cares about you. If you move across the country, change your
Facts. No one gives a fuck about these bitches. They believe they're fucking superstars, and they're not.
name, whatever. Nobody's gonna find out. Like a lot of women
Yeah.
tend to think like the
I
world
disagree with that.
revolves around them. No, like
I don't think the
There's
world
many-
revolves around me. I'm saying that the world
Yeah.
has become such a smaller place. I'm saying social media and place.
That's
I'm
why I
saying
say you
business-
delete
But
your
yo,
social media. And you
there's
change your
so
name.
many guys that don't have social media.
Fact.
Yo, you know how many of our people here don't have Instagram?
Many guys.
They would not even know who you are. Like you're thinking that
I
everyone
guess so.
knows
No,
you.
I'm not thinking that, but I'm just saying
Yeah.
it's a possibility that it will follow you.
I'm not thinking that, but I'm just saying it. So how could you say it if you don't think it?
And you
Real
have,
talk.
to, you have to realize that possibility. I think that you guys, the theme of this whole thing is that you kind of denounce everything that people say and you think what you say is facts. No, I think you guys need to have an open and listening ear and say, well, you could be right.
Well, why would anybody listen and accept your bullshit when it sounds fucking dumb? For one, you lie. For two, it's clear bullshit. And for three, you know what the fuck you're talking about.
About that, but this is how I feel. You guys have not once agreed with anything anybody has said.
Because what you've
And
been
so
saying
it's not
is
open dialogue.
incorrect. Like if
It's
you,
not
There you
incorrect
go.
for me to assume that if I move across the state, there is a possibility. I'm not saying it's going to happen. It's a possibility that somebody's going to recognize me. You said, "Oh, that's
It's-
true."
I'm not saying it's going to happen. You just fucking said it's going to happen because the world's a fucking small place. See, women don't realize with their small woman brain that men pick all this shit up. We get it. And if we like you, we'll pretend like we don't hear it, but we fucking still hear it. But she's still trying to fucking play slick and loose with their fucking words. This is why women will say shit, but not commit to it because they want the ability to waffle out of it and to change what they said. But I'm telling you, smart men that know what the fuck they're talking about, men that don't get jaded over vagina, used vagina for that matter, we fucking see this, we get it, we calculate it, and it just happens.
it's a non-negligible small percentage. If you change your
very
name,
small.
if you moved across the country, change your name, move to another city,
So
left this
basically,
lifestyle.
it's so shameful to be in sex work that you have to completely change your life, change your social circle,
We
no
never said that.
longer be
You don't-
in
never
the
said
same
that.
type
Basically,
of clubs
if you want to
and
keep your
places. and-
anonymity, and if you want to
Okay.
keep your purity, that's what you can
Okay.
do as
Number
an
one,
option.
number one, I'm giving
Yeah.
you facts. I'm telling you that if you're involved in sex work, your propensity to be able to lock down a high-value guy of some kind of real consequence in a relationship is going to diminish significantly. That's what I'm
Is that
saying.
true?
Men are repulsed by women that are in sex work
But you
and or overtly
also
promiscuous.
are a high value man who just said he's dated multiple OnlyFans strippers.
I never
Da, da,
refer
da.
to myself as a high-value man, but okay.
You don't
but I- but
consider
I- but I-
yourself that?
Yeah, I don't want to be cocky, but I have dated multiple women that work in that industry,
I
and
feel
I'm
like you have the right to answer yes or no to these
Yeah,
questions.
are you a
We've answered
high-value
these
man?
questions. Are you a high value man?
that'd be very cocky. Anyway,
Are you a high value
So
man or
answer
not?
would be
Yes or
yes.
no?
listen,
You know,
ladies.
our
Do you meet
president-
the criteria of a high value man as per the
See, women will do this. This is equivalent to the, do you have a girlfriend? No, I'm serious. I really just want to know. They don't want to know. They're just looking to fucking peg them down and then shoot some bullshit at him.
Samuel's
You
man
guys can
on
assume.
YouTube.
You guys can assume what you like. The point I'm
Why
trying to
can't
make
you
is
answer it?
I think deflection is very.
Yeah.
Okay, so that will conclude our reaction for the night. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you haven't done it already, hit that notification bell. Constructive criticism is also greatly appreciated. Maybe I'm talking too much. Maybe I'm not talking enough, which I doubt. The only thing I don't want you to say is that I hate women, I'm a misogynist, and it's not what I say, it's how I say it, because I'ma do me and I'ma do my thing. But other than that, your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you for watching The Radical Masculine, and I will see you when I see you, and I don't want to be you. But if you're hot, I want to be with you, or be in you. Good night.